want to make a few short videos talking about the problem of evil. That's a big topic, super important topic though. I think for a lot of people, this idea that there's a loving God is just too hard to reconcile with the fact that there's so much evil in the world, and so it prevents people from actually believing in God or actively putting their faith in a quote-unquote loving God. Because how can that be when there's all this evil in the world? And it's amazing too, because I've had conversations about this for many years, and without even realizing how dark it really is out there. Now, because of the internet, we hear more about what's happening around the world all the time, and it's crazy. It's crazy dark stuff. Just because I'm trying to tackle this topic, I'll use as an example human trafficking. Not going to go into a lot of detail or anything, but just trying to come up with, okay, so what's some of the worst stuff that's out there? And anything that involves humans, adults, harming children, like, I don't know if it gets much worse than that, other than maybe people who are in positions of power and authority who allow this to happen under their watch and participate in it and stuff like that. So, but some of what's the worst possible stuff you can think of, and how can it be that these things are going on and we have a loving God at the same time? How do we reconcile that? So in these few short videos, I want to cover some of the basics of how would a person explain that from a biblical perspective. Of course, on this channel, that's what we always refer back to, is what does the Bible say about this? What does it say about that? And so that's what we're going to do again. In order to do that, I need to cover a little bit about creation, how God set up the world. That's a big part that plays into this. How is this set up from the beginning? How did things go wrong? Who are the different players that are involved in all this stuff? And how did we get to where we are? A lot of times, because of the evil that happens and the hurtful things that happen to us, we get angry at God. Is our anger towards God misplaced? Is he the one we should be mad at? What are the other reasons that might be at play here for the things that we are experiencing in this life? I think it's really important. So I hope you enjoy the journey with me on this one. Like I said, it'll just be a few short videos, 3, 4, 5 videos. I'm not sure how many, we'll see. But if you don't mind, I'd love it if you could like and subscribe and maybe put some comments down below. That would help me out a lot if you're enjoying these videos. And we're going to dive right in. So we'll see you on the next one.